Hey, how you doing? I thought I'd explain to you how I go about packing my boards for travel. I'm off to Fiji in a couple of weeks and I've developed a system that I've found works pretty well. I've made a few improvements and I'm hoping that it'll do an even better job of looking after my boards on those planes and also while I'm traveling out to the breaks on the boats and back. So the first thing that I use is foam tube for the rails. I originally bought this foam tube. It's quite thick, it's quite stiff. It does a really good job of protecting the rails, but what I found was it was a little bit too difficult to get my boards with this on into the bags, and I was trying to find something a bit thinner. I wasn't able to find something a bit thinner, but I found something that works better. So I just split it down the middle. This one, obviously I use the whole tube, but the one that I am going to use this time round, I cut it in half. I cut the tube in half. It's essentially the same thickness as this foam tube, but it's a lot more pliable. It's a lot softer. It's probably not going to protect the board quite as well as this foam tube, but it's easier to work with. It's because it's a little bit more pliable. It does fit into my board bags better. I've tested it, it works fine, so I'll be using this foam tube next time round. So those are the foam tubes. I find that using insulation tape is really good. It's quick, it's easy, you can put it on, you can put it off. It binds the foam tubes to the rails and it's just nice, simple, relatively cheap, great stuff to use as far as I'm concerned. The other thing that I use is I've got a couple of these. These are the Creatures of Leisure Aerolite board socks. This model is no longer available, but they have a new model, and I'll put a link in the page for this video. This is really good just for a little bit of added protection inside the board bag, and I'll show you how I use it. It also has padding on the side and padding on the nose. So it will help a little bit in regards to protection, but I use these particularly on the boats as I go out to the breaks just to keep board wax off my boards and for a little bit of protection on the nose and on the rails. So that's the Creatures of Leisure Aerolite board socks. My bag is the ProLite 123 convertible. I originally wanted the Smuggler ProLite board bag. It will take 3 bags. It will take 3 boards, but it sort of hides one board. So we know that airlines will let you get away with 2, but not 3 boards. So the Smuggler was designed to hide the 3rd board. I couldn't get the Smuggler, and in fact, I found out about this one, and this one suits me better, because you can use it as a single, and this can be just a day bag, and then you can zip it together with the second one, and so it becomes a 3-board board bag because it'll fit one here, it'll fit the second one there when it's zipped together, and then it'll fit the 3rd one in there. So I've found this really, really good. I use it as a day bag all of the time. I put my boards singly in my car. I store my boards with this board bag. So it's nice and simple and easy. Of course, I could have got a coffin, and that would have helped to protect the board bags as well when I'm traveling. I could probably take another 4th board. However, coffins, you only use them when you travel, and I don't travel as often as Nathan Florence, for example, who seems to be flying everywhere every week. I fly infrequently, and so I wouldn't be able to use the coffin much at all, whereas I can use this board bag as a day bag for 2 boards and as a traveling bag for 3 boards. So let's take a look now at how I wrap my boards up. So this is how I wrap my boards. I put the foam around the edge like this. I tape it on the nose, I tape it down, I tape it on the nose here, I tape it around here like this. And on the end, just to protect the ends, I use a part of the old board. I just chopped a short piece off and just slide it on, and I've just taped that there as well. So you can have a sort of a look there about how I do that. You can see here, this is the Creature of Leisure's bag. Now I haven't put my board, sorry, the Creatures of Leisure's socks. I haven't put my board inside it because what it would do is it would increase the thickness of the rail, and if I did it to all of my boards, I think I would find it a lot more difficult to stick it inside my bag, my board bag. So I've just laid it on top, and on my top board and on my bottom board I will also just put my wetsuits or my board shorts and other things here to protect it. So I'm thinking that this will work pretty well. I've only got 2 socks, so I'll put one on the top, and I'll put one on the bottom of the board bag, and the board that fits in the middle on my bag doesn't need it as much protection, so I can just leave it that, and then I'll probably put wetsuits, board shorts just there. So that's how I do this, and then I'll show you how I fit it inside my bag. So here you can see that I've got 3 boards now in here. On the bottom level I've got a 6'4" Ghost Pizel. In the middle I've got my favourite board, which is a 6'2" Shadow XL. And on the top I've got my Red Tiger XL, which is a 6'1". So 6'4", 6'2", 6'1". All of the boards fit inside this ProLite bag, and I can just zip them up very easily with all of that packing on. And in fact, because they're joined together like this, they sort of operate like a smuggler bag anyway, because when you open the zips, if you needed to show anybody, you could just show them the top and the bottom and say, oh, the middle is just, it's got nothing in it because you've just used it to bring the boards together. So that's 2. And that's 3. So there we have 3 boards inside a carry pack, which is both a travel bag for 3 boards, and as I said, the real beauty of this convertible 123 ProLite bag is that you can split it apart and use them as day bags as well. So that's how I wrap my boards, and I'm pretty confident as long as I throw a few wetsuits and things on the top and bottom, it's probably about the best that I can do to protect this, and it's not too heavy. So thanks for watching. As I said, I'll put some links on the page to, you can go to the ProLite and have a look at the Smuggler series bags, which will carry 3 bags. Those Creatures of Leisure Aerolite socks, I'll throw that in there as well, and the foam tubes you can get at any pool or hardware store possibly that's near you. So thanks a lot, and see you next time.